They do.
Let's say you're at the park with your
fun
kids.
and games.
Say you're at the park with your kids, and a Karen comes up to you and
Tells you how to parent.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say your dog's acting up.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Watch out, everybody.
Next, another special News Radio WGNS broadcast.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Blue Raider baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for Countdown to First Pitch. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agent Andy Womack, Lightning's Locker Room and Phillips Bookstore, Granis and Associates, Las Casas Drugs, and by Middle Tennessee Electric. Now, let's go to the ballpark.
Good afternoon from Reese Smith Field here on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. Welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider baseball on a Saturday afternoon where the sun has just popped out from behind the clouds. It had been very cloudy up until about 60 seconds ago, and the sun has popped out, so maybe that's going to warm things up for our fans here. Dick Palmer along with John Callow. And, John, the Raiders took a giant step toward qualifying for the conference tournament yesterday with a 7-1 win here.
Well, we're kind of in the driver's seat right now. The position we really would like to have, the top five would be really, really tough. We want to get that 6th seed, and we're in the driver's seat now because we're there all by ourselves. And win today, win tomorrow, we'd really be in good shape against Western. We need that tiebreaker. We've also got the tiebreaker against a couple of teams below us. So important to win this series.
Conference USA announced their players of the week for last week, and the hitter of the week was Jordan Chappie from Liberty, a senior infielder. Had a 10 for 20 week at the plate. That's an even 500. With 14 RBIs. And then the pitcher of the week, and they actually had co-pitchers of the week, Bo Bryans of Jacksonville State, a senior, and Stephen Cash of Jacksonville State, a senior. And they're both left-handers, so they had the honor of sharing pitcher of the week for Jacksonville, which is leading Conference USA.
Yeah, they're going to get their chances to show what they really can do. They're playing in Springfield against Missouri State. In fact, that game is already underway there in the third inning with no score. Last night, Missouri State, a big winner over Jacksonville State, 10-2, and Eric Pillsbury, the pitcher that we saw 3 weeks ago down there, was just absolutely
shelled.
Shelled is the right word. Missouri State scored 8 runs in the third inning on the way to that 10-2 win.
In other games, Dallas Baptist beat Louisiana Tech 4-1. Delaware edged FIU 9-8. Kennesaw a squeaker over Sam Houston 6-5, and of course the Raiders 7-1 over Western Kentucky yesterday. And the standings changed up just a little bit after last night.
That's right. Jacksonville State still on top at 18-4. Then comes Liberty. Liberty is 2.5 games behind that. The half game is because they are out in Las Cruces. That game last night was suspended in the top of the 5th inning, 3-3. We don't quite know why it was suspended. We're guessing it was probably a sandstorm, because it sure wasn't going to be rain, be my guess. Anyway, they're going to finish that one starting at 4 our time today, and then play their second game starting at 7. But a couple of those games yesterday were important for us. That Kennesaw State loss was important for us because that means Kennesaw State and Sam Houston are both tied for the 7th seed. as well as Western Kentucky. And if New Mexico State ends up winning, they would be part of that 9-13 group. We're at 10 and 12 now. We could a couple of wins. We go finish this weekend at 500 in the conference, and we're still doing pretty well at home. We're 10 and 1 at home. The only other team that has only one loss in the conference, well, they're two at home. Jacksonville State is 11-1. Missouri State 9-1 at home. So we're in pretty good company there.
Couple of things about yesterday's game. We mentioned after the game that the series between the two schools, which goes back years and years and years, game 153 went to the Raiders and gave them the edge in the series, 77-76.
That's a lot of tight baseball for a long, long, long time.
So this is game 154 in the series coming up today. Also, with yesterday's win, the Blue Raiders evened their record at 23-23, and they also matched last year's total wins.
Well, this is a better ball club than we had a year ago. They have, if we could just figure out how to find wins on the road, we'd be in really good shape. And it's you know, we talked about this a lot when we were down in Alabama at Jacksonville State. We were in all three of those games with the league leaders, and figured out ways not to win.
Well, we had leads in the first two games,
sure
going
did.
into the late innings.
And in that third game, that was a really tight ball game. And if we just had some offense, we'd had the kind of offense we had on the first 2 days of that, we go home with a series win.
So with the win yesterday, the Raiders tied last year's win total. With the conference win yesterday, they now have won more conference games than they did last year. Last year they won 9 in the conference, and yesterday's win was the 10th in Conference USA. Now, if we can just get that road record straightened out.
Well, we've got to do that down at FIU, and FIU went to Delaware yesterday and got beat. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll be in FIU at FIU in Miami on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. Tuesday we'll be on the road at Lipscomb in Nashville, and we will. That game will not be on radio. It will be a live stream broadcast only. But after the Lipscomb game, all other games, even midweek, would be on our flagship
We're running
station.
out of midweek games after that. We've only got the one with Memphis, which would be at home that last week of the season.
Correct. Umpires have made their appearance. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups, and we'll also have a player interview for you. All that's coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky today. It's baseball alumni weekend, and our former players, their spouses, and kids are all on the field. Jim Simpson puts all this together, does a great job taking care of getting everybody here and in place. So we're happy to welcome our baseball alumni. Right now, let's take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics, with 5 convenient locations in Murfreesboro and convenient locations all across the Mid-State area. Learn more at ascend.org. John, what do you got?
Well, for the visiting Hilltoppers from Western Kentucky, they come in 9-13 in the conference, 24-22 overall. Leading off will be the second baseman, Hunter Holler. Batting second, first baseman, Kyle Hayes. Batting third, the left fielder, Lane Arroyos. Batting in the cleanup spot, the catcher, Camden Ross. Batting fifth, right fielder Hayden Robbins. DH Daniel Stewart, who was a pinch hitter last night, bats sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop Reed Howard. Batting eighth, the third baseman J.P. Acosta. And batting ninth will be the center fielder Parker Coley. On the mound will be a right-hander, Gavin Perry. For the Raiders, leading off in center field, Owen Noack. Batting second, Brett Rogers, the right fielder. Batting third, Cooper Clapp at second base. And Tyler Minnick will be behind the plate and in the cleanup spot. Nathan Brewer bats fifth. He's in left field. Dean O'Neill will be at first base tonight. And he bats sixth. Batting seventh, Lane Akers, the DH. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Clay Badalak. And bringing up the rear, the third baseman, Brett Von Dolan. On the mound will be left-hander Chandler Alderman.
Those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union. We mentioned the alumni weekend, so it's good to see our former players come out and support the current edition of the Blue Raiders. Before the game, I had a chance to talk with one of our Blue Raider stars from last night, Nathan Brewer, whose dad, Mudcat, is out there among our baseball alumni. Nathan had 3 hits yesterday and drove in 3 runs, and chatted with him a little bit about that performance yesterday. Talking with Nathan Brewer as the Raiders get ready for Game 2 against Western Kentucky. Big win last night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It was a hard-fought one, and we came out on top.
Well, we had good pitching, good defense for the entire game. When you have those 2 ingredients plus some timely hitting, then good things are going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. I think the pitching was phenomenal, and defense just stayed the course the whole way, and so hits just they come as they go, you know.
Yeah, you contributed quite a bit last night with the bat, and that hit in the first inning, it didn't go very far, but it got a lot done.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just, I was just trying to put the bat on the ball, and he threw an outside slider, and I just took it that way. So, and it worked out for us.
What was the talk going in from your batting coach there about how to handle this pitching for Western?
Yeah, we knew that these guys were going to be strike throwers, so we just stayed on it and didn't try to let him beat himself, and we knew that we had to go out there and beat him and hit the ball, so that's what we did.
you don't seem to let left-handers bother you that much. You were up pretty high in the order against a lefty last night.
Yeah, no, I think it's actually reverse splits against lefties. I think I have a higher batting average against lefties. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I see lefties just as well. I think you just got to stay on it.
How was the outfield to play last night with that wind blowing in like it was?
I think it definitely helped us a lot because they hit some balls hard, and it kept it in the yard, and it was pretty windy out there, but I think we managed.
Pretty easy to play behind a guy like David Horn, who is throwing strikes, getting outs.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Whenever he comes out and does what he does, most of the time it's really easy to put up some runs and hit for him.
Well, that home run in the ninth inning kind of spoiled the party, spoiled the shutout anyway. But when you went back, did you think that ball was going out when you went back?
No, honestly, I did not, because the crosswinds, it kind of took the lefty's ball with it, and it just kind of scooted over the fence just by a hair, and I tried to read it off the wall, and it just barely went over.
We kind of broke a log jam last night. We're in sixth all by ourselves right now, but to stay there, we got to keep winning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we just got to keep doing what we got to do and play every game like it matters the most.
That's Nathan Brewer with his comments on last night's game. A young man had 3 hits, drove in 3 runs for the Blue Raiders. We'll take a break. We'll be back. First pitch coming up shortly on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murphy.
Can we do a legal ID after this, too?
To provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family owned and
Okay, sounds good.
Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's Locker Room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's Locker Room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real...
Sorry, it's going to be a minute and a half.
Coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. From the Blue Raider Network and Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Jonathan Harmon, and Chip Walters, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, and by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
Time it is, Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky from Reese Smith Field here in Murfreesboro. Top of the hour, let's take 10 for station identification before we give you the lineups.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
John Callow with you. The Raiders a 7-1 winner last night, and will try to win the series, which they can do with a victory today. Middle Tennessee comes in 10-12 in the league. Western Kentucky now 9-13. We had the first pitch thrown out by Daniel Drucker, executive director of the VA, and he did his he was outstanding, John, just like the
people that threw out the first pitch last night.
That is, I noticed that. Hey, I was watching them getting ready with Chandler Alderman. Did they check your glove last night for foreign substances?
No, they did not.
They didn't check mine either. But
Alderman
anyway.
on the mound will have Tyler Minnick behind the plate, Von Dolan at third, Badalak at short, Cooper Clapp at second, O'Neill at first, with Nathan Brewer in left, Owen Nowak in center, and Brett Rogers in right field, and Chandler Alderman on the mound.
Alderman making his 12th start. He has thrown 49 2/3 innings, given up 35 runs, 26 of them earned on 60 hits, 19 walks, 29 strikeouts, 4.71 ERA, 2-2 record. He's going to have to control those walks today. He needs to be able to get deep into this ball game, which means don't get into those deep counts, control the walks, make them beat you. Don't give them any free 90s.
Weather much like it was last night. It's chilly. We've got a north wind blowing in, so it will help keep the ball in the ballpark. It's going to be a good day to pitch, I would think. Alderman's first pitch of the game is in there, and it hits the batter, Haller, right in the between the shoulder blades.
Game time temp is 66 degrees. We get started at 3:06. Game time temp 66 degrees. It is partly cloudy, and the wind is coming out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour.
So Haller, hit by the first pitch of the game at 3:06, is at first base with nobody out, and the batter is Kyle Hayes, right-handed hitter. And he has been a Blue Raider tormentor his whole career. Hit 3 home runs against the Raiders in 3 games in Bowling Green last year. First pitch was a strike, and the count 0-1 to Hayes. Alderman tried to recover from a hit batsman on the first pitch of the game. There's a strike, and the count will go to 0-2 on Kyle Hayes.
Hilltoppers have loaded this lineup today with right-handed hitters to face this left-hander.
Raider infield would like to get a double play just as they did in the first inning last night. I thought that really jump-started this team.
I think you're absolutely right. We were in trouble, and all of a sudden we weren't.
Gave them a quick jolt of energy, and they went on to score 3 in the first inning. The runner's edging off first, needs a throw, doesn't get one, and the pitch to the batter is high, ball 1. When you see them tiptoeing that way, John, off of first base, sometimes you can catch them leaning the wrong way.
Yeah, I think this would be about the right time for Alderman to check him out over there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to the plate is lined into center field, a base hit. Hilltoppers will have runners at first and second with nobody out.
Need to shut this down.
So the batter will be Lane Arroyos. He's playing left field today, played first base last night. He is the league's leading hitter. I didn't really realize that until I checked some stats. He came in at 382 last night and left at 373 after going 0 for 4. So they did a good job against Arroyos.
Arroyo's the only other left-handed hitter in this lineup other than that leadoff hitter.
Pitch to the plate is in for a strike.
Austin Haller.
Haller the runner at second. Hayes at first. No outs. Crowd still coming in. Alderman comes set. Pitches high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, I might be wrong, John. I said our crowd was going to really be off after last night, but got a pretty good delegation here, and they're still coming in.
That's it.
And somebody's got an umbrella up down there. It's not raining, is it?
Not yet.
Pitches inside, backs the hitter Arroyos out of the box, and the count will be 2-1 with runners at first and second.
Looking at the forecast, if we look all the way to 5 o'clock, there is a 40% chance of some showers.
Alderman delivers, bunted, popped up, foul, and it's go off the screen. The count will go to 2-2. A little bit surprised at trying to bunt the league's leading hitter.
Well, they've got runners at first and second and nobody out. What would the Raiders do in that situation?
Bunt.
Yep. With the number 3 hitter.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Arroyos.
He will not be bunting this time.
Alderman out of the stretch. Pitch is swung on and fisted back to the screen. Count will hold at 2-2.
Just as that pitch was being delivered, the sun came back out for a bit.
Camden Ross, the on-deck hitter. Yeah, I see people with umbrellas up covering their heads, and now the umbrellas are going down. There's a base hit to right field. They're going to hold the bases loaded, and Rogers threw it all the way over home plate. Alderman was where he was supposed to be backing up home, and he was the one who caught it. So the bases are loaded with nobody out, and the cleanup hitter Ross coming up.
What we need here is a strikeout or a 1-2-3 double play.
Haller, who is hit by the pitch, is over at third. Hayes, who singled, is at second, and Arroyos, with that single, is at first. Bases loaded, no outs. Alderman with the pitch, foul to the screen, strike 1.
Somebody in the Raider dugout made a good play on that ball off the screen.
Camden Ross 1 for 3 last night. Comes in hitting .308 for the season. Infield back. The pitch is low for ball 1. Standard double play depth for the infield. The Raiders would give up a run to get 2 outs in a heartbeat. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ross. And the lefty delivers outside for ball 2.
Now you got to throw him a strike, though, if you're going to get before you can get the double play.
2-1. The 2-1 pitch, foul to the screen. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Western Kentucky on the road this year, 2-8 in conference play. Just a shade better than the Raiders. Pitch caught him on the left arm.
Oh, wow.
That's the second hit batsman of the inning. And Western has an early lead. So Ross gets an RBI the hard way, hit by a pitch.
Coach Myers wants to talk to the home plate umpire. That's Tanner Allison behind the plate tonight. Anthony Sorella, who was the home plate umpire last night at third, and Drew Eaton at first base, the umpire and the crew.
So the bases are still loaded, no outs, and the batter will be Hayden Robbins, the right fielder.
I think Coach Myers has asked the umpires to come. I think he's going to try and argue that Camden Ross didn't try to get out of the way.
Well, I do not know of any player who would.
That was ball 4 anyway, though, wasn't it?
No, it was a 2-2 count. I don't know of any player who would put his hand or arm in danger to
to take a hit by pitch, you know, because that was a critical place to get hit.
Don't mind getting hit in the back. Don't mind getting hit in the shoulder. And the decision stands.
There's no video replay here, so it's going to be up to the umpires, and 99.9% of the time they will not change their decision. So here's Robbins. Had a single in 3 trips yesterday. Right-handed batter. Western leading early, 1-0. Alderman's pitch, outside, ball 1.
Whole field in sun right now. You know, the trouble with this sun, though, is it's all to the south of us, and the clouds are coming out of the northwest. So all that heavy stuff is coming our way.
1 ball, no strikes. Left-hander's pitch hit to center field. Nowak in his tracks, makes the catch. The runner at third tags. He will score. And Western picks up their second run of the inning on a sacrifice fly by Robbins. And that is out number 1.
Now, what it means is now we get a ground ball in the infield, and we can turn the double play and get out of this inning with just a little bit of damage.
2-0, Western Kentucky. Early lead. Daniel Stewart, the batter. Big, strong, right-handed hitter. Had a pinch hit appearance in the game last night. And had a base hit. One of only 3 hits that they got, I think.
Was it 3 or 5?
4.
4.
Right in between. 1 ball, no strikes to Stewart.
They've got half that many here in just the first inning.
Swing and a miss.
Now that's good.
1 ball, 1 strike. Stewart hitting .263. He is a senior and listed on the roster as a catcher.
Alderman threw him a slider down and in. Had him swinging over it.
There's a ball drilled into left field. That's trouble. 1 run is in, and 2 runs are in. That'll be a double, and 2 runs batted in for Stewart. Or did they just get the 1? I think they just got the 1. I was thinking the bases were still loaded. So runners will be at second and third.
Nathan Brewer did a pretty nice job of getting over in that corner, digging it out, and a good strong throw. And that gets Coach Myers out. He wants to talk to his left-hander, and I don't blame him.
So now it's 3-0.
Already got a right-hander up and throwing.
Runners at second and third. That's 3 hits in the inning and 2 hit batsmen. And there's still just 1 out.
Landon Birch is throwing, and he's thrown in a hurry.
This is the 3rd straight year that Alderman has faced Western Kentucky, and he has yet to record a win over the Hilltoppers. Started in the final game of the series up in Bowling Green last year. Pitch is high, ball 1. This is Reed Howard, the shortstop. Howard 0 for 3 last night. Second and third with 1 out. Corner infielders are in. The pitch low, blocked by Minnick at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Dick, I have a feeling if Alderman doesn't get this guy, we're going to see Birch. Can't let this get any further out of control.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's high, ball 3. If he loses him, that would reload the bases. Second and third, one out. And a ground ball through the hole, a base hit. They'll hold him at first and third as the throw comes in. And it's now a 4-0 game. John, he swung 3-0 and got that ball through the left side.
Well, I think he knew what we knew. That was that Alderman was going to have to throw a strike, and it turned out to be kind of a cripple.
First and third, one out. Batter is Acosta. He is the 8th man to bat here in the first inning. And he bunts, and it's going to be caught by O'Neill. Throws to third. Did they get him?
Nope.
Nope.
Just
the runner just got back in the nick of time. O'Neill caught it in the air and fired a bullet to third base. So that's the second out. And the batter's Parker Coley, number 9 hitter. Coley last night 0 for 4. And struck out 3 times. There's a call strike, 0-1.
Including he was the 27th out on a strikeout last night.
Western has runners at first and third, 2 outs. They've already scored 4 here in the first inning. And a throw to first, runner back. Left-hander Chandler Alderman. Been roughed up here in the top of the first. Runner goes. He bunts. Alderman picks it up, throws to first. Safe. It gets by O'Neill. Both runners will score, and it's 6-0.
That runner scored all the way from first, didn't he?
Yes. That may go down as a hit in there. I don't know how they'll score it. It was a bad throw by Alderman. Hurried his throw. And
that's what they're doing. They're calling it a hit and an error.
Runner went to second on the error, and the run scored on the error. And I think that's going to be all for the starter.
Yep.
So 6 runs on 5 hits and an error. And Landon Birch will come in to take over the pitching duties. We're going to take a break here while he's warming up, and we'll be back to further recap this first inning. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
So Landon Birch is on here in the first inning, and he will face the 10th batter. That would be the leadoff man, Austin Haller.
Give you some numbers on Birch. He's making his 19th appearance. 31 and 2/3 innings, 18 runs, 16 earned, 32 hits, 12 walks, 30 strikeouts, a 4.55 ERA, a 4-3 record with a couple of saves.
First pitch, a strike call to Haller. Haller did not see a pitch except for the one that hit him in the back of the shoulders when
that was the
Alderman hit him on the first pitch of the game. Ground ball foul outside the bag at first, 0-2. I guess that was we could kind of taken that as a warning of things to come, huh?
An ill omen, if you will.
So 2 strikes to Austin Haller. Second baseman, leadoff batter. Runner at second, 2 outs. Birch with the pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Good play by Birch to stop that one. Tosses it over to first, and that will retire the side here in the first inning. But Western Kentucky comes up with 6 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee coming to bat. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Raiders already in a 6-run hole to Western Kentucky, who will have their best pitcher throwing today. John will give you some numbers on him in a moment. Camden Ross will be behind the plate. Acosta at third, Howard at short, Haller at second, Hayes at first, Arroyos in left field, Coley in center, Robbins in right. On the mound is the big, and I do mean big, right-hander, Gavin Perry.
Yeah, Gavin Perry making his 12th start. He's thrown 59 innings, given up 32 runs, all but 2 of them earned, on 61 hits, 16 walks, 63 strikeouts. He's got a 4.58 ERA, a 5-1 record. Opponent's hitting .269. He does give up some doubles, and he does throw some wild pitches. He's leads their team with 6 wild pitches.
Here's Owen Nowak to lead off for the Raiders. Already down 6 in this game. The pitch is high, ball 1. But, you know, you're down 6 early, you can come back.
That's right.
I went in to try and watch the Braves game last night, which I had recorded, and there is a strike, and they're down 6-1, and I go to sleep watching it in about the 5th inning, and I checked the scores this morning. They won 8-6. Got 4 in the 9th. Was it pitched low for ball 2?
Well, that's one of the wonderful things about baseball. You don't have to worry about that clock.
That's
except
right.
for the pitch clock.
Play till you get that 27th out.
And we know how tough that 27th out can be.
Ball is hit in the air down the left field line. It's going to be a foul ball and caught by the left fielder, Arroyos, just a few steps in foul territory. So that is out number 1 here in the 1st inning.
Oh, that was a ball that got held up in the wind, blown a little bit. Started out fair, ended up foul.
Here's Brent Rogers, the right fielder, in the number 2 hole today. In fact, Coach Myers has stacked 3 straight left-handed hitters against this right-hander. First pitch is low for ball 1. Rogers yesterday 0 for 3. And looks at a strike, 1-1.
Well, my guess is that they ran the numbers and looked at the situational stats and figured out that this guy might have trouble with 3 straight lefties.
There's a line foul out of play, and the count will go to 1-2. So Western's rotation this year is completely different from last year. All of their starters from last year are gone. There's another line drive down the left field line. That is foul, but not by too much. And the count remains 1-2.
Rogers.
So they brought in all new pitchers.
Yeah.
1 transfer. Well, they were all transfers. 1 junior college pitcher. There's a swinging strike, and Rogers down on strikes. And one of those, Gavin Perry, is the starter today. He's listed as a grad student, 6'5", 265, from Oceanside, California, transfer from Eastern New Mexico. Here's Cooper Clapp. And the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. Clapp yesterday, 2 for 4 with a run batted in.
Well, Perry's from California, is he not?
Yes, Oceanside.
I think after going to school in eastern New Mexico, he's seen enough brown that he wanted to get some green back in his life.
Pitch inside, 2-0 to Clapp. And a strike at the knees, 2-1. Cooper hitting .314 on the year. Bats from the left side and takes the pitch inside for ball 3. 3-1. Right-hander's ready and delivers, and a swing and a foul out of play.
Perry's last outing was a week ago against Kennesaw State. Got the win in that game, went 6 innings. Threw 95 pitches in 6 innings. So we just need to try and get this guy's pitch count up there. That's the way to start.
Inside ball 4, and Clapp draws a base on balls. So the Raiders have their first base runner of the game, and the batter is Tyler Minnick. Blue Raider catcher had a 1-for-4 game last night, scored a couple of runs. Stands in from the right side.
Wind has kind of died down for the moment.
First pitch from the right-handers outside to Minnick for ball 1. 288 on the year for Tyler with 8 home runs. A swing and a miss. The count will even up at 1-1.
Got him on a breaking pitch away.
Minnick will be followed by Nathan Brewer. Right-hander delivers and a swinging strike. And he's ahead of Minnick. 2 strikes and 1 ball.
That's, I think, pretty much the same pitch that he had thrown the pitch before.
Perry's pitch misses outside. Count is 2-2. This guy's a fast worker. Defense appreciates that, as do the broadcasters. Oh, they've got Clapp trapped off first base, and he's going to be tagged out.
Yep, that'll go down as a caught stealing.
That will be 1-3-6 for the putout. So Minnick does not finish his at bat. He'll lead off the second inning for the Raiders. So Clapp picked off first base. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We've completed 1 full inning. Western Kentucky 6, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the second inning. We had a rather lengthy first inning.
Oh.
Of some 35 minutes or so.
Well, and the Raider part of that first inning did not take very much time.
Kyle Hayes leads off for Western Kentucky in the second inning. The Hilltoppers chased Chandler Alderman before the first inning was over. First pitch to Hayes, in for a strike. Landon Birch on in relief, came in to get the last out.
Alderman went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 runs, 4 of them earned on 5 hits. No walks, no strikeouts, but a couple of hit batters that cost him big time.
Pitch is high for ball 1 to Hayes. 1 ball and 1 strike. Landon Birch out of Corning, New York. He's been a workhorse out of the bullpen for the Raiders this year. Misses outside for ball 2, and it's 2-1. He normally doesn't go more than a couple of innings at a time. I don't know how long they'll try to go with him today. Pitch over but low, ball 3.
Well, his job is to stabilize this game. In this case, damage control would be to keep from digging that hole any deeper.
3 balls, 1 strike. Birch with a pitch, misses inside. That's a leadoff walk. That's never a good sign. So a runner at first with nobody out, and the batter will be Arroyos. Singled in the first inning. That single loaded the bases with no outs, and they went on from there to score 6. Birch comes set, and the pitch.
It's in there for a strike. This Western team has stolen 83 bases this season. So with a lead, John, you can expect them to do a little bit more running than they were able to do last night.
I think so.
It's hard to run when you don't have base runners. There's a foul out of play, and it's 0-2 to Arroyos. But when you have a lead early in the game, you can kind of turn them loose.
Last night, I don't think they had more than 2 runners on base in any given inning, and that was just, twice?
2 times, I think, yeah. Here's the 0-2, and it's high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Western's got black tops on today, just as the Raiders did last night. Pitch misses inside, 2-2. Must be something about those black tops because Raiders did okay with them last night.
Oh, we broke out early.
Western's done okay with them today so far. Black jerseys, red numerals, gray pants, tricolored caps. Pitch is low and inside, ball 3.
Hayes had a really long secondary lead there. If Minnick had been able to handle that ball cleanly, had a chance to pick him off first base.
Runner goes, the ball hit in the air, foul, over by the Raider dugout, but that was going to be back in the grandstand.
Back on the concourse.
Count holds at 3-2.
And they had started the runner. That's kind of interesting, starting a runner on 3-1.
Arroyo stands back in. He's a left-handed hitter. Landon Birch for the pitch. Foul to the screen.
Runner faked the start.
So it's still 3 balls, 2 strikes to Arroyos, native of Katy, Texas. Throw to first, runner back. That's not Nolan Ryan's hometown, is it? Katy, Texas.
I can't remember where he was from. Someplace out in the country, close to Houston.
Kind of an unusual name. I remember that. Runner goes. Fly ball foul down the right side. That one is out of play. In the direction of the bullpen. Count holds at 3-2. The Raider bullpen down the right field line here at Reese Smith Field. The visitors bullpen on the opposite side down in the left field corner. Another 3-2 pitch coming. And he drives this one to right field. That one is deep and 1 hop to the wall under the scoreboard. The runner will come around and try to score. The throw to the plate not in time. And it is now a 7-0 game. Wind was not going to bother that ball as it was powered. In fact, if the wind had not been blowing, it would have probably gone out. So it's a double and a run batted in for Arroyos. It's hit number 1, run number 1 off Landon Birch. The batter's Camden Ross. Runner at second, no outs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ross was hit by a pitch. one of two batters that Alderman hit in the first inning. One strike to count. And the pitch right in there for a call strike, 0-2. Right-hander comes set, and the 0-2 on the way, high for a ball. 1-2 to Camden Ross.
We're just having a lot of trouble throwing strikes today.
Fly ball to right field, near the line. Rogers, a long run, makes the catch. The runner stays put at second base. That's out number one here in the second inning. It will bring Hayden Robbins to the plate. Drove in the second run for Western with a sacrifice fly in the first inning.
That was that fly ball to Noack in center field.
Robbins, a right-handed batter, looks at a pitch just outside ball one. Robbins, a native of Richmond, Kentucky.
And he ends up in Bowling Green, huh?
Actually transferred from Moorhead, went to Moorhead State. He bunts. Birch picks it up, throws to first. That's the out. The runner goes to third. Score that as a sacrifice. That's out number two. Arroyos advances to third, and with two outs, the batter is Daniel Stewart. Doubled into left field and drove in a run in the first inning. Birch with a pitch. The breaking ball comes in low for ball one. Hooters have a left-hander throwing in the bullpen.
Looks like Colin Kerrigan to me.
There's a strike. Good fastball from Landon Birch. It's 1-1. Arroyos, the runner at third base with two outs. One run is in here in the second inning for Western. They lead 7-0. Pitch is high, ball two, 2-1. 6 runs in the top of the first inning for the Hilltoppers. And they have added on here in the second. Birch's pitch just missed. Ball 3. Three balls and a strike. Right-hander comes set. And strike 2 is called.
Well, right on that inside corner.
So full count to Daniel Stewart. Runner at third, 2 outs. Birch delivers and a ground ball to short. Badlack behind the bag at second. Over to first in time. Nice play by Clay Badlack to retire Stewart and retire the Hilltoppers. But not before they picked up an extra run, 1 run on 1 hit, and they leave a runner. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Western Kentucky 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Tyler Minnick was batting in the first inning when Cooper Clapp was picked off first base. So he will resume his at-bat with no count. He had a 2-2 count when they got the last out. There's a foul, strike one. Minnick, Brewer, and O'Neill scheduled to hit against the right-hander Gavin Perry, who delivers and missed the knees with a fastball. 1-1.
Got a pretty decent crowd over here to our right, sitting in the sun.
I think a lot of those are some of our former players. They were.
I see a lot of name tags over there.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2. And if it gets chilly, they're of course welcome to come up and sit in the Dewan Brazelton suite. Pitch is low, 2-2. Perry thought he had the strikeout there, but it's called ball three.
Yeah.
I think I rather agree with him on that one. That looked like a strike from up here.
It was a pretty decent pitch.
Full count, 3-2. And Minnick drills it to left field, but it is caught an over-the-shoulder catch by the left fielder.
About one step in front of the fence.
Looks like he might have misjudged it a little bit, but made up for it. And that's out number one. And the batter is Nathan Brewer. Nathan was our pregame guest on the pregame show. Had 3 hits, 3 RBIs last night. Looks at a pitch high and outside for ball one. Upped his batting average to .292. And now has 37 runs batted in on the season. Pitches ball 2, 2-0. Mr. Ump has a tight strike zone, John.
That's what we've seen so far.
Swinging a foul out of play, 2-1. Mr. Ump is Tanner Allison. Was the first base umpire last night. The pitch. Strike call, 2-2.
That makes up for that one against Minnick, huh?
2 balls, 2 strikes. Perry with the pitch and a line drive base hit into left center. Brewer turns at first, heading for second. The throw coming in, not in time. Brewer beat the throw.
That is a hustle double.
So he is at second base with one out.
And that throw was made that play a lot closer than you thought it could be.
That is the first hit for the Blue Raiders. And the batter is Dean O'Neill. Leads the team with 11 home runs.
Hasn't had one for a while.
Pitch is outside for ball one. Nathan Brewer with a one-out double down at second base. Fly ball, shallow center. Coming in a few steps, Coley. And the throw is cut off in the infield. Brewer was not going to go anywhere on that fly ball. It was too shallow. That's out number two.
I think I saw him maybe get as much as one step off the bag.
Batter is Lane Akers. Had 2 hits yesterday. Actually had 3 hits, had 2 singles in his first 2 at-bats, then a base hit later. Upped his average to .323. First pitch to him, a strike. So the Raiders do have a runner in scoring position here, but 2 outs in the second inning. They throw back to second. Brewer's back.
Well, we've already lost one runner because he got too far away from the bag.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Akers in the hole, 0-2. Perry's pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perry with a lot of strikeouts. 1 today, but he had 63 coming in 59 innings. Pitch is low, 4 ball, 2. 2-2.
Yeah, you kind of like that ratio if you're sitting over there in the third base dugout. Better than a strikeout an inning.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Akers. The pitch. Bouncing ball to short. Howard up with it. Over to first. Low throw, but picked up there by the first baseman, Hayes. Akers retired short to first. For the Raiders in the second inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We are through 2 innings. Western Kentucky leading 7-0. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also.
Can we do a legal ID after this?
Or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
On the top of the hour, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Fulmer, John Callow with you here on a Saturday afternoon. 7-0, Western Kentucky leading. Raiders make a pitching change between innings. Landon Birch leaves, and left-hander Colin Kerrigan is on.
Colin Kerrigan coming on for his team leading 20th appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 26 in the third innings, giving up 21 runs, 18 of them earned on 29 hits, 16 walks, 31 strikeouts. A 6.15 ERA, a 3-2 record with 2 saves. He's also thrown 6 wild pitches and given up 4 home runs.
There is Reed Howard to lead off the third inning for the Hilltoppers. Reached on an error after laying down a bunt. There's a smash to left field on the first pitch he sees, and a solid base hit. So Howard singles on the first pitch, and the batter will be Acosta. Tried to bunt in the first inning and popped it up. The right-handed hitter. Kerrigan throws to first, and runners back.
Yeah, number 8 hitter in their lineup. That little bunt that turned into a pop-up out was only the second out of the inning.
He's around the bunt again. This time he gets it down. Kerrigan picks it up, tosses underhand to first, and that will move Howard down to second. Acosta with a sacrifice bunt for out number 1. They've got 26 sacrifice hits this season, does Western.
They like to bunt.
See how many we have. Raiders have 18. Here's Coley. Takes a strike. He's the number 9 hitter. He got a base hit in the first inning. In fact, he got a bunt single, and then
the pitcher mishandled.
Oh, they've got the runner picked off, and Kerrigan throws the ball into the dirt. And the runner will go to third. I'm going to give an E1 on that. Had him picked clean.
Sure did.
I mean, he was 25 feet off second base. Now he's at third, and the infield will have to play in. And a swing and a miss, strike 2.
They're calling that a stolen base.
No.
Yes.
How can that be?
I'm not the official scorer.
No, nor am I. But don't you agree, John, if the throw had been reasonably good, he was a big out?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
They had him nailed.
Just wanted to get that straight.
And takes his swing, but called a strike, so we've got a strikeout. 2 outs now.
While we were talking about the play at second.
That's right. So Parker Coley, a strikeout victim, and back to the top of the order now.
This is Haller, who was hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the game. That just got everything off to a messed up start, didn't it? Pitch is outside, ball 1.
And then it did, and then made the he was the 10th batter in the first inning, and
made the last out.
Landon Birch came in and got a comebacker. Threw him out at first.
Pitch is outside, ball 2-0. Runner at third, 2 outs. Western leading 7-0. And he went around, tried to hold back. It's 2-1. Haller is another young man from California. Third year with the Hilltoppers. He's out of Santa Ana College. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2. When they won the tournament last year, John, he made the conference all-tournament team. So he must have had a very good postseason.
That runner on third is coming a long way down the line.
Yeah, he hasn't learned his lesson, has he? 3-2.
And of course, Kerrigan can't see him when he does that.
There's a foul out of play. Count holds at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sun back behind the cloud, and I see rain over. Look out over center field, John.
Oh, yeah.
There's rain over there on the north.
That looks like your neighborhood.
My yard could use a little rain. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. So Kerrigan gets back-to-back strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Western Kentucky 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Seven to nothing, Western leads. We go to the third inning, bottom of the third. Western has already started their third time around the batting order, and the Raiders haven't completed their first turn yet. The batter will be Clay Badalak, who's hitting number 8 in the lineup. Clay had a double last night. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. He has a modest 5-game hitting streak going.
Oh, that'll earn you a slot in the 8 hole.
There's a ball driven past the first baseman. Rolling in foul ground down in the right field corner, and Badalak, for the second straight game, has a double in his first at bat.
That ball could not have been much more than, a foot, 18 inches fair. Pulled it right down the line.
Second hit off Perry.
Struck that ball with authority.
Raiders have 2 hits in the game, both doubles. And the batter will be Von Dolan.
I tell you what, Dick, the last 10 days, Clay Badalak has found his stroke.
Now he has a 6-game hitting streak. Von Dolan swings and misses on strike for strike one. No balls, one strike. Perry with the pitch. Strike at the letters. 0-2. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Von Dolan. Badalek with a leadoff double down at second base. Pitches outside, ball 2. 2-2. Owen Nowak on deck to hit next.
See if we can see where they're setting up for Von Dolan.
The pitch. Pop foul back out of play.
The book throughout the league on Von Dolan is pitching him low and away, and to the point that away sometimes means the left-handed batter's box.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out swinging. That is out number 1 here in the 3rd inning, and the batter is Owen Nowak. As the leadoff batter in the 1st inning hit a fly ball down the left field line, which drifted foul and was caught by the left fielder for the 1st out. So Badalak, the runner at second. Pitch is just outside, ball 1.
Boy, that was a tough pitch to take.
Nowak has a 10-game hitting streak on the line. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch taken for a strike. Had a notion. Held up. 1-1. Fastball comes in high for ball 2. Owen had 2 hits in last night's game.
Pitching him very carefully here.
2 balls and a strike. Slice this one foul off to the left. That's out of play.
Oh, we've got a
Kids made a
trio
dash
over
for
there.
that.
We'll have a ball game going out there pretty soon.
Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nowak. And a ground ball right side. Haller up with it. Over to first. Badalak will advance to third. He's there with 2 outs now. Nowak retired second to first. Two down. Brett Rogers, the batter, strikeout victim in the 1st inning. Pitch is high, outside, ball 1. Over but low, ball 2, 2-0. So the Raiders have had a runner in scoring position each of the last 2 innings, have not been able to get him in. Let's see what Rogers can do. And takes a strike, 2-1.
That cloud, I see that cloud with the rain in it, Dick. It looks like, though, it's going to stay to the north of us.
Be fine with me. There's a foul sliced to the left. Carob's off the western dugout fence. Count will go to 2-2 on Brett Rogers. Bouncing foul. First base coach Ryan Huber will field that one. Toss it out of play.
Handled it like a true infielder.
Yeah. Another 2-2 pitch coming from Perry, and it's a ground ball to short. Howard got a nice hop over to first, and that will retire the side. That is all in the third. No runs, a hit, one left. Totals after 3 innings for Western Kentucky: 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and for the Blue Raiders, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Hilltoppers lead 7-0. We go to the 4th inning on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We move into the 4th inning. Western leading 7-0. Colin Kerrigan completed a scoreless inning and will face Hayes, Arroyos, and Ross here in the 4th inning. Kyle Hayes standing in, swings and misses at the first pitch from the left-hander. Hayes had a single in the first inning and scored, walked and scored in the second, so he's off to a good start. Kerrigan's pitch is high. 1-1. Had a nice visit before the game today, John,
we sure
with
did.
A couple of our friends from New Jersey. Mason Dobbs' grandmom and grandpa were here up here for the weekend, or down here for the weekend. Stopped in to say hello.
Said they came down here to get warm and having trouble with that.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch high outside, ball 3.
Yeah, this is not your typical May weather for Middle Tennessee.
Not really.
Ordinarily by May we've got sun and heat and wind out of the south blowing out to right field.
There was a strike called. Hayes had a notion but held up. So I think they said 12 hours, that was the drive.
I think something like that, yeah.
Full count, 3-2, and ball 4 is high. Leadoff walk to Hayes, on base for the 3rd time.
Oh, I think that kind of drive becomes a 2-day drive for me.
Yes. This is Arroyos. Singled and scored in the first, doubled in the second inning. Was the league's leading hitter coming into this weekend and hasn't done anything to hurt himself today with a single and a double. Kerrigan's pitch high inside, ball 1. You getting some cold air leaking in under that towel?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from so I can plug it. There's a draft in here.
It was a strike, 1-1. In order to give you some outside noise, we have a little routine that we go through when we don't want to raise the windows up. Pitch is outside.
Well, it's either that or we both end up with pneumonia, right?
2-1 to count. So John has two towels, puts one of them down as a base, and then we put our outside microphone out there, lay it on the bottom towel, and then take the other towel and put it on top, and that holds the microphone in steady position.
And blocks the wind.
Blocks the outside wind. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. 2-2, the pitch. That's a strike.
There we go.
Arroyo's called out on strikes for out number 1. Third strikeout for Kerrigan. And the batter is Camden Ross. Ross has been hit by a pitch and scored a run. That was in the first inning. Flied out in the second. He's their number 4 hitter. That's from the right side. He's the catcher. The pitch is outside, ball 1.
Well, you mentioned Mason Dobbs' grandmother. I hope she's watching the bullpen.
Mason warming up.
He's warming up.
There's a ground ball to third, past Von Dolan into left field. Just past the outstretched glove of Brett Von Dolan. So Hayes will advance to second. Ross, with his first hit today, is at first. Second hit off Kerrigan. And with one out, the batter is Robbins. It's unusual, John. He had a sacrifice fly in the first inning and a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. So he is officially 0 for 0.
Been doing his job. Had an RBI, moved a runner.
High and outside, ball 1. He's the young man transferred from Morehead State out of Richmond, Kentucky. Pitch is a strike. One of my ancestors is buried in Richmond, Kentucky.
Really?
Yes. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball, center field. Nowak settling under it. He's got it. Runners are not going to try to advance.
I don't blame him.
That is out number 2. Batter is Daniel Stewart, the designated hitter.
I've got a couple of forebears buried here in Rutherford County.
I thought all your folks were from Kentucky.
Well, my maternal grandfather's family started here in Rutherford County.
Aha. As a ball hit up the middle, base hit. Runner on second is being waved home. And no throw. It's now 8-0. Hayes comes in to score on the base hit by Stewart. Took the first pitch from Kerrigan right up the middle for an RBI single. Hit number 3, run number 1 off Kerrigan. Stopping at second was Ross. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the batter is Howard. He was 2 for 2 with one run
There's
scored.
Jerry Myers, and he is called for the right-hander.
So we'll have a pitching change here in the 4th. So you think this is Dobbs coming in?
Well, if it's the guy that was warming up, it'll be Mason Dobbs.
Expect it is then. We'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Yeah.
Mason Dobbs is going to be the new pitcher for the Raiders. Been a while since we've seen that young man on the mound.
Well, he's making his 13th appearance tonight, or this afternoon, all in relief. He's thrown 15 in third innings, given up 13 runs, 11 earned on 19 hits, 9 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 6.46 ERA, a 2-2 record with 1 save. Well, we saw him a lot early in the season, and he was pretty effective, kind of had some mid-season doldrums, and now he's been working hard, though. His grandmother assured us that he was working hard every day.
Yes, she did.
And that he wants to win. He hates losing, she said. Well, we hate losing too, don't we, Dick?
Not our favorite thing to do. Western leads 8-0. We're in the 4th inning. This is about as different as last night's game as it can be, and I guess we know how the Western broadcast crew feels over in their booth.
Yep.
They're kind of happy today. They weren't too happy last night, but just like we're not too happy today.
Colin Kerrigan, an inning and 2/3, gives up 3 hits. Right now he's given up, 1 run?
Yeah.
1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
Runners at first and second. Dobbs' first pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Reed Howard, the batter. Shortstop, 2 for 2 with a run scored. And the pitch to the plate, a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. That one is through. 1 run will score. Throw coming back in. They'll have them at second and third. That ball just kicked off Battle Axe's glove. It probably would have been better had he let it gone through, but of course you try to catch everything, John.
Yeah.
So that'll be a base hit. Runner on second scores to make it 9-0. Runners at second and third. I guess you gave him a double on that.
Oh, I gave him a double. Let's make sure that's what the...
Wasn't any errors.
No.
There's Acosta, takes the ball high, ball 1. That run is charged to Kerrigan.
They are giving that calling that a double.
Runners second and third. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. So it's now a 9-0 game. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Acosta
without a hit today. That's from the left side. The pitch, sliced foul out of play, 2-2. 2 outs here in the fourth. Western scored 6 in the first inning, 1 in the second, and they picked up 2 runs here in the fourth.
Boy, the sun is
Ground
out now.
ball to short. Badalak boots it and throws back to third. Runner safe there. That will be an error. And another run is in. Stewart scores. It's got to be an E6.
Yeah, so that's going to be close the book on Kerrigan. He gives up 3 runs, 2 earned. That last run has got to be unearned.
So a runner at first and third now. It's a 10-0 game, and the batter is Coley. Fly ball down the right field line. It's going to be fair or foul. It's a
right on the line.
Foul ball. Rogers,
no, they called it fair,
Rogers
and he caught it
for out number 3. So that is all in the fourth. But 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There was an error, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Western Kentucky 10, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Raiders down by 10. We'll have the 3, 4, 5 hitters scheduled to come up. Clapp, Minnick, and Brewer against the right-hander Gavin Perry. Perry's had not much trouble in his 3 innings. Both of the hits off him are doubles.
And he managed to pitch around him. He's through 3. He's only faced 2 more than the minimum.
Cooper Clapp drew a walk in the first inning, but he was picked off base. Count goes to 1-1 on him now. And Perry's pitch outside ball 2, 2-1. Perry came into this game with a 5-1 record. There's a strike call, 2-2.
Well, this is, I think, what you call a low stress situation for a pitcher.
Pitch is popped up behind the plate. Catcher off with a mask. Camden Ross will close the mid on it, and that's out number 1. Clapp fouls out to the catcher. With 1 out, the batter will be Tyler Minnick. Bright sunshine now.
The dark stuff is moving off
Off toward the
right.
east, isn't it?
Yeah, moving to the east.
So maybe we have escaped that rain.
For the time being, at least. I see a lot of stuff back out to the west, though.
And it gets it into left center, and a running catch out there by the center fielder, Coley. That'll be out number 2. And we'll bring Nathan Brewer to the plate. He doubled in the second inning. That was the first hit for the Raiders off this right-hander Perry. Pitch is low for ball 1. Beginning to look like it's going to come down to the Sunday game, John, to be the deciding game in this series. There's a strike at the knees, 1-1.
Well, their pitching situation is such that right now they're saying it's a TBA for them. I would expect we'll see Cole Torbett.
Strike 2 is called, 1-2 to Brewer. Swinging a foul out of play. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. I believe the temp is supposed to ease up a little tomorrow, and by Monday it'll be back in the 80s.
Which won't do us a bit of good, will it? Until Tuesday when we go to Nashville.
Pitch low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one bounced away from catcher Ross because it was into the turf. This is not when we say into the turf, this is not an all-turf field. It's all dirt with the exception of the home plate area. And about 80 feet down each foul line is turf. The rest is natural grass and dirt.
Infield's looking pretty good. We've got some places the outfield could sure use some rain.
Yeah, kind of spotty out there. Inside, ball 3 to Brewer, 3-2. Dean O'Neill waiting to hit next. And struck him out swinging. So that will be a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gavin Perry and the Hilltoppers. Nothing across in the 4th. Gets his 3rd strikeout. And we have completed 4 full innings with the score Western Kentucky 10, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's Locker Room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's Locker Room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
Locally grown, Blue Raider proud. This is Jonathan Harmon with the J. Harmon Home Team. As an MTSU alumnus and lifelong Rutherford County resident, I bring the heart of a teacher, the grit of a Blue Raider, and over 15 years of real estate experience to every client. Honest to a fault, connected to the community, and driven to serve. I don't just help you buy or sell, I help you understand every step. The J. Harmon Home Team, where real estate meets real talk.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the 5th inning, 10-0 in favor of Western Kentucky. And, John, they're back to the top of the batting order again. It seems this happens every other inning.
Well, we're going to the 5th inning, and this will be for Austin Holler, his fourth plate appearance.
The leadoff batter has struck out, grounded out, been hit by a pitch, and scored a run.
Got hit by the very first pitch of this ball game, kind of set the tone.
Ball hit in the air to right field. Rogers drifting back over in the right center, makes the catch. That is out number one. When a ball game gets like this to this point, John, you're going to see a lot of first pitch swinging.
Yeah.
Here's Kyle Hayes. He's been up 3 times and scored 3 runs. First pitch off speed and for a strike. 2 walks and a single, and he scored all 3 times. Right-handed batter. Dobbs with a pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, no, he hit it down the right field line. Long run for Rogers, but it's into the bullpen.
And Rogers sensed that he was getting close to that side wall, went into the slide, and that's how you keep from getting hurt.
I never saw that ball leave the bat. I saw the swing.
That's because the sun's getting in your eyes, or about to.
2 strikes, the pitch high for ball 1, 1-2. Dobbs pitches out of the stretch. This one popped foul into foul ground.
Looks like Dean
right
O'Neill has
side.
got it.
O'Neill makes the catch in foul ground. 4 out, number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. The batter is Arroyos. It's caught out on strikes facing Kerrigan in the 4th inning.
Facing Mason Dobbs now.
Mason is the 4th pitcher used by the Raiders today.
Got a chance to get a 3 up, 3 down inning.
Pitch is high for ball 1 to Arroyos. There's a strike called. Well, it just came to me, John. I think Nolan Ryan is from Alvin,
That's
Texas.
it. Alvin, Texas.
Yep. Not Katy.
No.
Pitch is high, ball 2, 2-1. I mentioned that because Arroyos is from Katy, Texas.
Is that spelled K-A-T-I-E or K-A-T-Y?
K-A-T-Y. Inside, ball 3.
You think it's named after the railroad?
Well, I didn't know there was a railroad named Katy.
There's not anymore, but there used to be.
Oh. I expect there's a good chance that that's true then. Oh, that ball almost took Dobbs' head off with it. Right back over the mound into center field. And the 3rd hit for Arroyos today. Sharp single to center. 2nd hit allowed by Dobbs. The batter is Camden Ross. Catcher had a base hit and scored a run in the 4th inning. 2 outs, runner at first. And the pitch swung on, foul to the backstop. 1 strike. Lady Raiders had a rough go of it today, too, didn't they, John?
Boy, they sure did. They took it on the chin. Lost the third game of that series. Was it 15-2?
15-2 is what I had.
They played two really close ball games. 2-1 split, a pair of one-run ball games with FIU. Then today,
there's a smash into right field, a base hit.
Just barely got under Cooper Clapp's glove, and runner with 2 outs, runner moves all the way to third.
So Ross with a single, first and third with 2 outs. Oh, I got birthday greetings today for Blue Raider infielder Grant Snyder, celebrating a birthday today. We hope he celebrated prematurely yesterday, because this is not a good day to be celebrating.
No.
If you're a Blue Raider.
See his folks down front row of the grandstand.
This is Robbins, takes the pitch high for ball 1. Western has runners at first and third with 2 down. That breaking ball misses outside, ball 2, 2-0.
This kind of ball game we might see start seeing some of those players who don't normally see a lot of action.
Ball 3 is low. So Dobbs got the first 2 guys in the 5th inning, but back-to-back singles, and now a 3-0 count on the batter, Robbins, threatening to load the bases. And there's strike 1 called, 3-1.
Cole Cates has just gotten up to start throwing in the Raider bullpen.
And the 3-1 pitch with the runner going. Strike called. They've got the runner hung up. Run will score, and tagged out by O'Neill. So coming in to score is Arroyos while that rundown was going on. And that is out number 3, of course. The runner was breaking on the pitch, and the throw went down, and the runner was nowhere close to second base.
No.
They threw it back to first, and the rundown ensued, and the run scored while that was going on. So they get 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. That means we're halfway home. It is 11-0, Western Kentucky leading. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Dean O'Neill leads off for the Raiders in the 5th. It's now 11-0. Western leading. There's a strike called on the first pitch from Gavin Perry.
Well, he's just had his way.
O'Neill flied to center in his only previous at-bat. Swinging a foul. And it's 0-2.
Would you say he's scattered those 2 hits?
Well, I'd say so.
Even though they're both doubles. Pitched around him.
One in the second inning and one in the third. Foul back to the backstop. The count holds at 2 strikes. O'Neill, Akers, and Badalak scheduled here in the 5th inning. Ground ball to short. Howard moving toward the bag. Up and throwing and got him at first. 1 out in the 5th. You play 56 games in a season, John. You're going to have 1 or 2 like this.
Well, this is, I was just thinking, I'm awfully glad if we're going to have one like this, we're having it against their best pitcher instead of one who is not their best pitcher.
Yes. Here's Lane Akers. Takes a first pitch strike from Perry, 0-1. Akers grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning. There's a swinging strike, and it's 0-2. Ball is hit past the third baseman, but just foul down the left field line. The count holds at 2 strikes. The Raiders came pretty close to getting their 3rd double. But that ball was just a bit foul.
That left fielder made an adjustment by about 2 steps toward the line after that.
There's a check swing and a pitch that Perry thought should have been
He thought he
strike
had it,
3.
didn't he?
Instead, it's ball 1, 1-2. One out here in the 5th inning, 11-0. Western Kentucky leading. Pitch is low for ball 2, 2-2. If you're still with us, we're glad to have you there.
Sure are.
The 2-2 pitch, bounce to the right side. Pitcher's going to, he forgot to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
Ball's laying in the middle of the infield and
beats it out.
Akers is going to be at first base. That'll be an infield hit.
Pitcher, that ball stayed on the ground. He thought he was going to pick it up with his glove. And he we got a mound visit.
So we have 1 out, a runner at first. Badalak scheduled to be the hitter.
He was not happy about the coach there. Not happy about the way that play was executed.
Well, he's been given an error, I think. There's an error showing on the scoreboard.
It is now, yeah. That's a tough error.
But had he picked the ball up, it would have been an easy out at first. I guess that's.
Well, I understand that. I can see that.
So a runner at first, 1 out. Clay Badalak doubled in the 3rd inning to extend his hitting streak to 6 games. So Perry, after the mound visit, ready to pitch. Runner goes, ground ball headed for left field. It's a base hit.
Great job of going opposite field, finding the hole. They were playing him to pull.
Yeah, that was a hit and run because the shortstop had vacated. And he was moving toward the bag because the runner had started. So that's a perfectly executed hit and run. Second hit for Badalak. And now that's the third hit off Perry. First and second, one out. Here's Von Dolan. Swing and a foul, straight back to the backstop. 0-1. Ball driven into left center, a base hit.
That got just over the shortstop's outstretched glove, and we got the bases jammed with just one out.
So Von Dolan, a sharp single to left. And top of the batting order coming up in the person of Owen Nowak. An error and then back-to-back singles have loaded the bases with one out. Nowak trying to extend his hitting streak. He is 0 for 2. And chops this one foul past third.
He was trying to go opposite field.
One strike.
They've got him played to pull. The shortstop is not quite up the middle. And they had very definitely given him the left field line.
There's a foul the other way. And the count will go to 2 strikes on Nowak. I guess the, for a hitter that spreads the ball around like he does, and he just struck out on a bad pitch. You don't see that often, do you, John?
No.
So that's out number 2. He went for a pitch down around his ankles.
To put that in kind of into some context, he's got 3 at-bats today. He's got 172 at-bats. That's just the 10th time he struck out.
Ground ball to second. They'll throw across and retire Brett Rogers for the third out. So that is all in the 5th. A threat, but no more. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left. So we have completed 5 full innings. It's Western Kentucky 11 and Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the
Can we do a legal ID after this break?
here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee or along the Gulf Coast, a second home or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
A little manicuring of the infield going on here. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
John, you got any surprises over there? I see you're checking that scoreboard.
Well, you know that 10-2 score last night up in Springfield?
Yep.
Well, they've reversed it. Right now they're in the bottom of the ninth, and Jacksonville State ahead in that one 10-2.
Kind of a little bit like our series, huh?
That's it. That's
So the batter should be Robbins, and it is. Takes the first pitch for strike one. He had a 3-1 count and took strike two with the runner breaking towards second. There's a line drive past Badalak into left field for a base hit. So Robbins gets his first hit of the day. Hit number 4 off Mason Dobbs. The batter is Stewart. 2 for 3, single and a double, scored in the first inning after he hit that double. Pitch to the plates outside for a ball. Leadoff man on here in the 6th for the Hilltoppers. And a foul out of play. 1-1 to Stewart.
other action in Conference USA. Sam Houston at Kennesaw leading 3-2 there in the bottom of the 7th. And La Tech at DBU, and they're tied up 4-4 in top of the 6th. Liberty and New Mexico State, if everything goes according to plan, should be underway in the resumption of their suspended game. They won't play the Saturday game until 7. And FIU at Delaware doesn't get started for another half hour.
2-1 the count to Stewart. Dobbs with the pitch, fly ball, center field, moving over into right center. Nowak will make the catch for out number 1. 1 down in the 6th. And the batter will be Reed Howard. He's having himself a day. 2 singles and a double. 3 for 3. Western shortstop. Runner goes. The throw to second is not in time.
I thought they were going to get him.
Clapp tried a swipe tag on the runner coming in. So that'll be a stolen base for Robbins. Pitch was a ball. No, the pitch was a strike to Howard. Oh, it's 0-1 with the runner at second. And a swinging strike will make it 0-2. Dobbs, 0-2 is outside, 1-2.
They have resumed that suspended game from last night. It's not 3-3 anymore.
It's a swung on foul back behind home plate, headed for the grandstand. Gentleman caught it on the hop. Count holes at a ball and 2 strikes. Cannot beat fun at the old ballpark.
I love it. Oh, that bright sunshine is.
Where'd it go?
Well, it's that way. Oh.
Pitch was a tad low for ball 2, 2-2. Just a tad, though.
Yeah.
Dobbs with the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Badalak cuts it off. Turns, fires. Got him at first. Nice play. Runner Robbins advances to third. It's out number 2. Batter will be Acosta. He is the third baseman for the Hilltoppers. Bats left. Runner at third is Robbins with 2 outs. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1.
He was on it, just got a little bit under it.
There's a ground ball to first, picked up by O'Neill. He'll tag the base, and that's out number 3. So after the leadoff single, fly ball and 2 ground outs, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Western Kentucky 11, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders!
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's locker room on the concourse. From bold new drops to timeless campus classics, we've got everything you need to turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit, because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Western Kentucky leading 11-0. John, our Blue Raider family lost a good friend and a loyal Blue Raider when we learned of the passing of Race Bergman.
Yep.
Earlier this week. And Race was a former professor and was the faculty representative on the athletic committee for many, many years. He was a fellow Optimist Club member also.
He sure was.
So our condolences to his family, and we lost a good man.
We did indeed.
Cooper Clapp leads off for the Raiders. Count goes to 2 balls, no strikes.
He kind of made your last year as president a lot easier.
Yes, he did.
When he took over as program
chairman.
Yep.
Fly ball to center field, caught over in left center by Coley for out number 1. 1 down, Tyler Minnick will be the batter. Tyler slide to left, slide to center, 0 for 2. And the pitch, called a ball. Looked like a strike from up here. 1 ball, no strikes.
He hadn't thrown many balls, has he?
No. One walk. Check swing. They say he went 1-1.
Said he fouled it.
Oh, was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
There's ball 2 low, 2-1. Nathan Brewer would be the next hitter.
All those fans that we had sitting off to our right, looks like it's decreased by about half, especially now with the sun gone out.
There's another foul, 2-2.
Or gone behind more clouds.
Yep. Two balls, 2 strikes. And another foul, bouncing over by the Western on deck circle. Count holds at 2-2. Western got 6 runs in the first inning, 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth, 1 more in the fifth. And their 11-0 lead. Ground ball in the hole, backhanded by the shortstop, cannot make a throw. That'll be a base hit for Minnick. And that'll be the 5th hit for the Raiders. But they have been few and far between.
Well, our best shot at breaking into the scoring column was last inning. Had the bases loaded with just 1 out. Couldn't do anything with it.
Here's Brewer. Swings and fouls this one out of play. Strike 1. Nathan doubled back in the second inning, struck out in the fourth. Perry with a pitch. That is ball 1.
Bounced that one in front of the plate. That was a 58-foot slider.
And that one's inside. Ball 2, 2-1.
Ross did a nice job of making sure that ball didn't get through.
Right-hander with the pitch. Ground ball to second. They'll go to second for the out there, and a return throw to first, double play. That will go 4-6-3 for the double play, and that will retire the side in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Totals after 6. Western Kentucky 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. And for the Raiders, no runs, 5 hits, and they have committed 2 errors. So it's 11-0 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the 7th inning. Western Kentucky leading 11-0. The Hilltoppers will have the number 9 hitter Coley to lead it off. Then we'll go back to the top of the order. There's a strike called. Mason Dobbs still on the hill. He's done a creditable job since coming in.
Sure has.
The only run that he's given up was on that rundown play.
Mm-hmm.
When a run scored from third while the Raiders were executing a rundown. There's a swinging strike, and the count will be 0-2.
Well, we just need to get his grandmother to spend more time at the ballpark. He
Foul out of play.
Seems to be responding well.
Yep.
They've just turned the lights on here at Reese Smith Field. They're warming up.
The way things are going, they're not going to be on too long. There is strike three, the swinging strike, and that's out number one in the seventh. And that's strikeout number one for Dobbs.
And Jerry Myers on the way to the mound. I think we're going to see, he's called for the right-hander Cole Cates. I guess that's going to be Cole Cates. Number 33.
Cole Cates. So we have a pitching change, and while he's warming up, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more Blue Raider baseball. You're listening to the Blue Raiders from Van Wagner. Well, I guess we won't take a break, John. So
well, we'll keep talking. Let me tell you about Cole Cates then. Cole Cates making his seventh appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 3 1/3 innings, given up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on a couple of hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He's got a 5.40 ERA with no decisions, no saves. Opponents hitting 143 against his right-hander.
Out of West Tennessee, 6'1", 185, a junior from Bradford, Tennessee. That's over in Gibson County. And junior college, 2 years at Dyersburg State, also in the western part of the state.
Final numbers on Mason Dobbs. He goes 2 2/3. 1 run, it was earned on 4 hits. No walks and a strikeout.
So a good job coming in from the pen for Mason Dobbs. Let's see if Cates can keep it going.
Needed somebody to eat some innings, and Mason Dobbs did just that for us very creditably. That's the kind of thing that gets you another outing a little bit later.
No doubt
on.
about it, John. Before we drift away here, let's see what we can find out in baseball history. Don Newcomb made his first major league start May the 2nd, 1949, with a 3-0 shutout of Cincinnati. 1954. Oh, now you're going to love this one.
Okay.
But we'll wait just a second as the first pitch hit in the air to right center field by Hal Haller, and he is retired by Owen Nowak. That was the day Stan Musial hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader. And I was at that ball game. I don't know the situation, but that was the Cardinals and the Giants. 5 home runs in the doubleheader. Cardinals won the first game 10-6. Giants won the second game 9-7. Also at the ball game, although I didn't know it at the time, was an 8-year-old by the name of Nate Colbert, who was also the only other player in history to hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader.
Boy, Nate Colbert was a pretty good ball player.
Big, tall, left-handed hitter, I think.
I think you're right. I think he was a first baseman.
Kyle Hayes, the batter. Count to him goes to 0-2.
Spent some time with San Diego, if I'm not mistaken. And, of course, the other guy you were talking about, until Pete Rose came along, he was the National League career hit leader.
It pitched just inside, and Cole Cates had started to the dugout. But now he'll have to throw at least one more. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up. Maybe playable. Let's see. Over by the western dugout. Over the dugout. Foul ground. Strike 2. 1-2.
Young person has got a baseball down there. He's happy.
We got a baseball last night, John.
Sure did. Mine's in the trophy case now.
Well, see, I just notarized mine today.
I did that to mine last night so that I wouldn't forget where it came from.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2.
That meant a lot to me last night, Dick. Being recognized for the time that we have put in by here in the booth for the Raiders over the last 20 years. Most of the time it's been fun.
Outside, ball 3, and we've had a few games like this.
I wasn't going to make an editorial comment on that, but you're not wrong.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. This one is also going to be drifting out of play.
There's.
So the count will hold at 3-2.
A big kid and a little kid, and the big kid got it and gives it to the little kid.
Yeah,
that's the way it's supposed to be.
So another 3-2 pitch coming to Hayes.
Walked him.
And again, Cates thought that ball caught the inside corner, and it was very close.
That, by the way, was pinch hitter Cale Frost.
Oh, that was Mr. Frost. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the guy that hit the home run last night.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiled our shutout. Runner at first, 2 outs. There's Arroyos. He's had a pretty good day, 3 for 4. Strike call, 0-1. Breaking ball, caught the the outside corner, 0-2.
I'd expect Frost to stay in the ball game, go to left field, and Arroyos to move from left field to first base. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and write that in my book because I think that'll be what happens.
Ball 1 is low, 1-2. Cage's pitch inside, backed him away, ball 2, 2-2. Breaking ball misses for ball 3, and it's full count. 3-2.
Runner going, and a ground ball in the hole, a base hit to left field. That's a good piece of hitting by Arroyos. He is the league's leading hitter, you would expect.
Well, he's only 4 for 5 today.
Oh, that's all. First and second, 2 outs. The batter is Ross, catcher. Singles and single each of his last 2 at bats, so he's 2 for 3 and has been hit by a pitch. He's also scored a couple.
Well, the Raiders going to leave it up to Cates to get this last out. Nobody throwing in their bullpen.
Fouled out of play to the right, strike 1. Scheduled in the 7th for the Raiders, O'Neill, Akers, and Badalak. Pitch is high, ball 1-1-1. Of course, the Raiders have to score at least 2 to keep the game going, or it will be a run rule after 7. Fly ball should be handled. Nowak coming in, shallow center, makes the catch for out number 3. So that is all in the 7th. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Raiders will need 2 runs to keep the game going. It's Western Kentucky 11, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
We see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Hey folks, it's Chip Walters from Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, helping Middle Tennessee make smart moves in a fast-moving market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, you deserve someone who knows this community and treats your goals like their own. From first-timers to long-time homeowners, I'm here to guide you with clarity, confidence, and a steady hand. When you're ready to make the next move, start with someone you trust. Visit choosechip.net and let's make your 2026 move the right move.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Raiders, unless they score 2. Then the game would continue along. So any updates on the DNJ scoreboard, John?
We've got some updates. We've got a final from Springfield, Jackson State 10, Missouri State 2. They're in the top of the 7th out in Las Cruces. This is the completion of the suspended game. Liberty 10, New Mexico State 4. And then over in Dallas, La Tech, DBU, knotted at 4. In the top of the 7th. Let's see if I've got an update on that Kennesaw game.
Kennesaw at home against Sam Houston.
That's right.
Today.
And let's see, they are coming up. Getting ready. Please wait. There we go. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Sam Houston leading that one 6-4.
So in the 7th inning for the Blue Raiders, O'Neill, Akers, and Badalak.
FIU at Delaware, they'll be getting underway in about 3 minutes. And Liberty and New Mexico State in the regularly scheduled game that should start at 7.
Dean O'Neill has flied to center and grounded to short. He is 0 for 2. Stands in against the right-hander Gavin Perry. who has gone the distance for Western Kentucky. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. Same two teams tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
That'll be in a big one.
Pitch is low for a ball, one strike.
We're going to be playing for seeding and also a tiebreaker. Those tiebreakers are going to be pretty important, I think.
There's a ball slammed foul off the Western dugout.
Yeah, the way that the conference tournament is set up, there'll be 3 pools, so there'll be 2 pool winners, and then there'll be a 4th team that makes the final, and I suspect that'll be the highest remaining seed.
Ground ball to first. They'll toss to the pitcher covering, and O'Neill is retired, out number 1. So this is the first year I think they've tried that format.
Yeah.
Normally in the past it's just straight double elimination.
And once you get out of pool play, it is single elimination in the semifinals and in the final game. So
there's Lane Akers with 1 out in the 7th, takes a strike, 0-1.
Looks to me, if you're not in the top 3, the best place to be is number 6. Because that means you're going to start pool play playing the number 9, and you won't play the number 1 until 2 days later.
Pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. Akers has grounded out, been safe on an arrow, and now he strikes out for out number 2. For Perry, strikeout number 4. Double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strikeout number 5 for Perry. Here is Badalak, the only Raider with more than 1 hit. He's had a double and a single. Looks at strike 1, an off-speed pitch. 0-1. Well, there's more rain over there to the north.
I see it. I see it.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
It's about, looks to me like it's about to become a non-factor.
Pitch is inside into the turf. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. And the pitch. Over but low for ball 2. 2-2. Pitch is swung on, fouled, out of play. Count holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And struck him out swinging. Perry ends this game with a strikeout, his 6th. Raiders go up and down in the 7th. And the run rule in effect. Final score in this game, Western Kentucky 11 and Middle Tennessee nothing. We will take a break and we'll be back. Our postgame show comes your way next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Bring your game day style courtside with a stop at Lightning's.
1 minute or 2 minutes?
From bold new drops to timeless campus classics.
Do you want 1 minute or 2 minutes?
Turn heads from class to tip-off. Whether you're rocking a hoodie in the student section or sporting a tee around town, your look says it loud. You're here for the wins, the energy, and the tradition. So step up your style and your spirit. Because at Lightning's locker room, the season never slows down, and every fan plays a part in the hype. Let's make every day feel like game day.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap today's action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, State Farm Insurance, and agent Andy Womack, Middle Tennessee Electric, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Jonathan Harmon, and Chip Walters. And by Las Casas Drugs. Let's head back to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
What a difference a day makes. Western Kentucky wins by a score of 11-0 in a game shortened due to the run rule. 11 runs for the Hilltoppers. They had only one last night as the Raiders won 7-1 in the first game of the series. So the series even up at one game apiece. Western got off to you can look at it one or two ways. Western got off to a great start. The Raiders got off to a miserable start.
I'll buy into both those premises.
Western, first pitch of the game, hit the Western leadoff batter. So with just one pitch being thrown, they have a runner at first base. Then a base hit to left field, a base hit to right field, another hit by pitch, and by then a run is in. A sacrifice fly, second run is in. A double, two more runs are in. An error by the Raiders, another run is in. And when the smoke cleared, they had sent 10 men to the plate. There were 5 hits. There was that error, and they left a runner, and it was 6-0 before the Raiders ever came to the plate. They added a run in the second inning to make it 7-0. Added 3 more in the fourth to make it 10-0, and a single run in the fifth made it 11-0. And the Raiders' only threat came in the 5th inning when they loaded the bases with 1 out, but were unable to score. And it was just a tale of 2 days. Last night was our day, and today was Western's day.
Well, and they had the same kind of thing going on up in Springfield, Missouri. You got Jacksonville State, you got Missouri State. Last night, Jacksonville State gets bombed 10-2. They turn around today and win 10-2. It happens to the best teams. So the 1 and the 3, and then the 6 and the 7. Well, we're back tied now.
All right, what does that stat sheet? That thing look any better?
It looks exactly the same. Pretty horrible for Western Kentucky. 11 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. They leave 8. For the Raiders, no runs on 5 hits, 2 errors. We leave 5. Winning pitcher is going to be Gavin Perry. He goes 7 innings, gets the complete game. No runs on 5 hits. He walked 1, struck out 6. And he is the winner, 6-1. Chandler Alderman can't even get out of the first today. Not his best by any means. Gives up 6 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. He takes the loss. He's 2-3. We also saw Landon Birch. He went an inning and 2/3. Colin Kerrigan 2 2/3 innings. Mason Dobbs ends up throwing 2 2/3 innings. Thought a very credible outing for him. And then Colin Colcates comes on and finishes up in the top of the 7th with 2/3 of an inning. Not much you can say about this except that we did get it played in 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we beat the rain.
Western Kentucky winning is now 25-22 overall, 10-13 in Conference USA. The Raiders losing are 23-24 overall, 10-13.
All-time series, we're back tied, aren't we?
In conference play. The all-time series tied 77-77. So we'll break that tie tomorrow.
That's right.
One of these teams will have the edge in the all-time series. But more important, one of these teams will have the edge in the Conference USA standings. So rubber game tomorrow. Come on out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The Raiders and the Hilltoppers will square off tomorrow in Game 3 of this series. It will start at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 12:45. So that's going to wrap it up for us from Reese Smith Field. From our partner John Callow, our studio producer has been Micah Robinson. This is Dick Palmer. Thank you so much for joining us. Wishing you a pleasant good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without expressed written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.